1950s and 60s, a simple plastic container called Tupperware took the whole world by storm. But it was not the product that made it famous. It was a very unique way in which this product was sold. The Tupperware parties.
Yes, there's a party going on at Mrs. Betty Martin's house. It's a Tupperware party, and it's really fun. The girls get together and meet their old friends and make some new ones. Then there's a demonstration by one of the Tupperware dealers who lives in your community. Watch her show the way to use Tupperware's patented seal. See? You put the seal on tight, then press down the center and lift the seal a bit at one side. Hear that? That's Tupperware's airtight promise to lock in flavor and lock out air.
But this brand, which once symbolized innovation and women's empowerment, slowly began to fade in its popularity. Now, due to the declining sales and profit margins, Tupperware had to finally file for bankruptcy on September 17, 2024.
Finally tonight, for Tupperware, the party is over. The iconic brand, once a staple of American kitchens, filed this week for bankruptcy, citing what it called macroeconomic challenges.
Tupperware was much more than a business name. It was actually a part of a very new business model that had the ability to turn normal, ordinary housewomen to businesswomen. How did these Tupperware parties not only revolutionize the home kitchen, but also the women in business? What was the strategies behind Tupperware's rapid growth? And finally, what mistakes led to its downfall? And most importantly, what business lessons can India learn from the rise and fall of Tupperware? Earl Tupperware, a businessman and chemist from New Hampshire, invented the Tupperware in 1946. He created a durable, sealable plastic container that was very lightweight and very practical. Tupper came up with the idea while working at a plastic factory where he was making molds. His creation was a breakthrough. His plastic containers could seal as tightly as a paint can, which made them very perfect for storing foods and keeping it fresh. These containers were very innovative for their time, but they didn't immediately catch on. The initial reception of Tupperware was very lukewarm. People were unsure about the new product, mostly because the plastic felt oily, cheap, and very unfamiliar. There was also a confusion of how to use these containers, particularly the method of burping them to release air and ensuring a tight seal. Traditional marketing methods, advertisements, stores and magazines were not sufficient to convince the homemakers that Tupperware was worth the investment. The company needed a different strategy. The turning point for Tupperware came when a woman called Brownie Wise entered the scene. Brownie Wise was a single mother with no formal business education, but she had a natural talent for sales and marketing. Before joining Tupperware, Wise had worked for a company called Stanley Home, which sold cleaning products through home parties. This sales model, where women would gather at someone's house, share snacks, and listen to a sales pitch, intrigued her. She saw a great opportunity to use the same strategy to sell Tupperware. Brownie Wise quickly became a central figure in the Tupperware story. She joined the company and introduced the idea of the Tupperware party, where housewives would invite their friends for fun social gathering that doubled as sales pitch for Tupperware products. The hostess of the party would receive free products in exchange for hosting, while the salesperson would earn a commission on the items sold. At these parties, Wise and her team would demonstrate how the products worked, showing the ease for storing food, preventing the spills, and keeping items fresh for longer periods of time. The gatherings were very lively, often including games and fun activities to keep things entertaining. In one demonstration, Wise would even throw a Tupperware container across the room to prove their durability. The parties were so successful that they transformed Tupperware from a struggling brand into a cult phenomenon. The Tupperware party model did more than just selling plastic containers. It actually empowered women. In the 1950s, many women who had entered the workforce during the World War II were now expected to return back and be homemakers. The society's expectations were very clear at the time. Women belonged only to the home. They have to care for their families and not in the workforce. But the Tupperware party model offered a very unique opportunity. It allowed these women to work from their home, sell their own hours, and earn an income without stepping too far from their traditional roles. For many women, selling Tupperware became a way to achieve financial independence. For example, Karen Waters was an 18-year-old mother from Michigan who started selling Tupperware in the 1970s. She used the money she earned from Tupperware to help support her family, even buying tools for her husband's electrical engineering studies. In a time when women couldn't even get a credit card in their own name, Tupperware parties provided a crucial opportunity for financial empowerment. The social aspect of the Tupperware parties was just as important as the financial ones. Many women were actually stuck in a routine of household work and childcare, which could be very isolating. Hosting or attending a Tupperware party offered a welcome break. It allowed the women to socialize with friends and neighbors and enjoy each other's company and share tips about managing the household. The gatherings felt very fun, informal and very empowering, giving women a chance to escape the monotony of domestic life, which still participating in something that was seen as part of their role as homemakers. As the popularity of Tupperware grew, so did the fame of Brownie Wise. She became a media sensation, appearing on the cover of Business Week magazine in 1954, the first woman to ever do so. She also graced the pages of popular women's magazines like Cosmopolitan and Women's Home journals. Wise became a public figure of Tupperware, celebrated for her marketing genius and her role in empowering other women to become business owners. Wise was also known for her motivational style. At the company's Florida headquarters, she personally trained women on how to sell Tupperware, writing handbooks and organizing large conventions. These conventions became legendary, with elaborate themes, parades, and even awarding of lavish prizes. Saleswomen competed to win rewards, ranging from new iron boxes to trips to Europe. Wise understood that Tupperware was not just selling a product, it was actually selling a lifestyle, one that promised fun, friendship, and financial independence. Now, despite Brownie Wise's tremendous contribution to Tupperware's success, her story did not end well. In 1958, she actually had a falling out with Earl Tupperware, the founder of the company. Tupper, who had always remained more of a background figure, disagreed with some of Wise's management decisions and decided to force her out of the company. Wise was actually fired, and she didn't even receive any stock or any compensation for the brand she had helped build. That same year, Earl Tupperware sold the company to Rexel Drugs for $16 million and retired to Costa Rica. Tupperware continued to thrive for decades, expanding its operations to Europe, Asia, and Latin America. The company introduced new designs, earned more than 280 awards for its innovative products. However, as the decades passed, Tupperware struggled to maintain the same cultural relevance it had in the 1950s and the 60s. By the 21st century, the rise of the modern retail stores and online shopping diminished the need for home-based sales parties. Tupperware found it very difficult to adapt to the changing market. The brand, which has once popularized innovation and women's empowerment, began to fade in popularity. In 2024, finally, Tupperware filed for bankruptcy, citing declining sales and shrinking profit margins. Even though Tupperware's future seemed very uncertain, its impact on business and culture cannot be denied. The Tupperware party model was revolutionary. It inspired countless other companies to adapt similar direct selling strategies. From cosmetics to kitchen gadgets, the idea of selling products through social gatherings became a very popular way for companies to market their goods. Moreover, the legacy of Tupperware parties lives on in the women who participated in them. For many women, selling Tupperware was not just about earning money. It was gaining confidence, it was building friendships, and finding a sense of purpose outside the traditional domestic life. It was about proving that women could be entrepreneurs, even in an era when society told them that their place was in the home. Today, there are still millions of independent direct sellers in the US. The gig economy may look different from the world of Tupperware parties, but the spirit remains the same. Women still find ways to build businesses on their own terms, just like how they did in the living rooms, in the kitchens of suburban homes decades ago. Though Tupperware may fade, the cultural phenomenon started will still live on. Now here are the 3 most important lessons from Tupperware case study that India can learn. Number 1. Empowering women through entrepreneurship. Tupperware's model enabled women to become micro-entrepreneurs, offering financial independence and a sense of purpose. In India, encouraging women, particularly in the rural and semi-urban areas, to engage in their flexible direct selling or micro-entrepreneurship can actually boost the household income and reduce the gender inequality in the workforce. This empowerment can be achieved by providing women with skills, resources, and support networks to succeed as entrepreneurs. Number 2. Adapting to changing consumer behavior. Tupperware's decline in party was due to instability to adapt to the e-commerce and evolving consumer preferences. In India, the businesses must embrace the omni-channel strategies, blending traditional sales methods with modern online platforms to stay relevant. Companies need to cater to young generations by offering conveniences, eco-friendly products, and online accessibility to capture the modern tech-savvy consumer. And number 3, leveraging social networks for business growth. Tupperware thrived by utilizing personal social networks for sales through home parties. In India, where community and social ties are very strong, businesses can similarly leverage personal connections, word-of-mouth marketing, and community-driven strategies. Building strong consumer advocacy and trust through social networks can drive the significant business growth in local markets. Now, as we wrap up, Tupperware's journey serves a powerful reminder of the importance of adapting to change and empowering individuals, especially women, to succeed in business. From revolutionizing home-based entrepreneurship to becoming a cultural icon, the brand's legacy has much to teach us. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into business and motivation. See you next time.